last time on the Adventures of Gaia. The newcomers began to uncover the politics of circus life when Royd, the head illusionist, caused chaos with his magic, nearly injuring Aristodemos. Aurora believed Magnus had abandoned her to perform on the main stage alone, only to show up at the last moment with his act, The Ballad of Indigo.
With a slight popping sound and a change of pressure and a slight feeling like you're falling, all of the glass pieces inside of the wagons you're sitting in fall, all the clothes fall. This happens every time you teleport to a new city with the circus. Tithe, the goblin who teleports you, has sent you to another city. Let's roll randomly. What city that might be? I got 97. Oh, we're going to be in the core.
Ooh.
The central core, to be precise. And we got 6. Wow. You're in the Chevali, the land of Chevali. You appear. Suddenly, you smell a pollution-y kind of smell. Immediately, you're looking out the windows of the wagons as your caravan moves slowly through a town. You see it's filled with people. There's people. There's think out of character. Think a very Blade Runner-ish. There's holograms all over the place. There's kind of a dirty, seedy city. There's tall buildings with tons and tons of lights. But right now you're in kind of everything's made out of metal and it's all rounded and molded. There's neon signs of various weird languages flashing, turning off. There's steam coming from the girders. And there's all kinds of dirty, disheveled-looking people bumping into each other, going about their day in the central core of Gaia. You guys aren't entirely sure where you are. Ruja, you recognize it. It's Chevali. You're pretty sure it's Chevali. You've been all around Gaia traveling with the circus for many megacycles. And you're pretty sure you know where you're going. In fact, you've played here before. The take was good, so you're looking forward to quite a lot of people who like your act anyway. That's all you really care about, as long as they like your act.
Yep.
If the circus does well, that's great, because you have to listen to less complaining from Aristodemos and everybody else. But if they like your act, that's what you care about the most.
Yep.
Okay, so you're moving through the streets. You pull into a giant warehouse. You see a giant robot comes out, waves at you guys. He's got like a huge metal piece and his tiny little torso, and he's got 4 legs. He's got like one giant red eye and one smaller red eye. He looks. He pulls a chain, and the door goes. The warehouse door goes open, and there's a giant, dirty warehouse here in here. This is where you performed last time. So the caravans slowly pull in. Some of them are pulled by steampunk horses. They have gears on their sides, and steam comes out. Steam comes out of their nose. They pedal in. Some of the wagons just float magically. Some of them roll of their own accord. Some are pushed by some people. Gotta get a better wagon, damn it. They push themselves in. All right, and then the robot goes, it makes the door go down. And the fluorescent lights, like a good 100 feet above you. It's a huge, almost like an airport kind of hangar, kind of warehouse. It's enormous inside. It's 100 feet high, 300 feet wide, 400 feet deep. It's plenty of room for you guys to spread out and do your circus in there. So usually the door gets closed before you guys all set up, and the wagons kind of circle around the back lazily. People kind of push their wagons there. Harry, the sweeper, is already taking his hat off. He scratches his bald head, scratches his mustache. He's already eating a berry bunny bar and looking at his pad and reading stuff. Okay, the wagon stopped.
Oh, I think we're here.
Okay, Aurora, you've been sitting with Riva in one of the costume wagons. You smell the must of all the dust and must coming off the costumes. You're feeling a little claustrophobic in here. You can't wait to get out.
How about we get out?
Yeah, I hate it when we transport like that. It really messes with my ears. I've got a sensitivity to the shift of things. Yeah, open the door.
Okay, it's just a wooden handle. You unlatch it. It goes open. Okay, you see people in the circus starting to get out, stretching, chatting. One of the other sweepers is talking with Harry.
Where do you think we are?
It looked.
Ruja, you're just stepping out of your decorated wagon with it's got a painting of you on the side.
Yes.
And you were swinging kind of on a pole and magic coming out of your hand, and you just heard Riva's question.
I believe we are in Shivali.
Oh, hey!
Hi there. How was your trip?
It's, you know how it is.
It was fine. Fine.
Glad to hear it. Yes, we have performed here before. It is not the most, the best looking part of the core, but it is profitable enough.
Is it in this big building? Doesn't look very spectacular.
Well, we will pretty it up.
Okay, here he comes over. This is Aurora, right? Mm-hmm. This is just where we're performing, sweetie. That there's a whole city outside this warehouse. This is just to keep us protected from all the thieves.
Oh.
So if you go outside, be really careful. He smiles, does his hat, and gets yelled at by someone. Hey, Harry, come on. Duty calls. He shuffles off.
Thanks.
Okay, they're starting to pull out the huge tent poles and all the rope, the hundreds of feet of rope and all the canvas for all the different tents and whatnot. Frank, the highly tattooed man with a giant pink mohawk. He's got his hair in a mohawk now, and he's got piercings on his ears and his eyebrows. He comes out. He's wearing a vest. Sees Gaia skin is all attenuated to be like tattoos. You see the most beautiful wagon, the prettiest wagon. It's clearly Aristodemos's. It's got kind of golden kind of work around the top of the top of the wagon. It's got like a little brick chimney that with the smoke always seems to be coming out of it. It's perfect little white puffs of smoke. It's got glass windows on the side with a thick velvet paisley curtains are always drawn, and kind of a painted gold and red, very ostentatious. The door comes open. Aristodemos comes out as if he's presenting himself to the world, which is what he normally does. His little robot reboot is in his front pocket. And with this kind of smile like this, he starts walking up to you guys. You see his emerald eyes sparkle.
Dashing as always.
He bows and smiles. Likewise. So we are in a little place called Shivali. So it's in the central core. I should warn you all to be very careful if you decide to go outside the warehouse. We're in Shivali, like most of the inner core, is it's not always very hospitable to newcomers, and so we tend to set up our tent in the, how shall I say, more disadvantaged areas. Don't worry. Plenty of the nobles come down through here to spend their money just like everybody else.
So, if we wanted to see the city, what's a good place to stay out of trouble? The best place to stay out of trouble, but still leave this?
He says, oh, well, I'm glad you asked. He smiles. Riva? So it just so happens I have a little errand for you. Perhaps Aurora and that other one, whatever his name is, Magnus. Maybe he can help you. And Ruja, if you don't mind keeping an eye on our wayward babes.
Yes, I will make sure they do not run away.
Aristodemos smiles and nods. He gives you a little pad. It kind of looks like this. He gives it to you, Aurora. Do you take it?
Oh, yeah, sure. I was sitting on the steps with board.
When you take it, he kind of grab it from his hand. He kind of puts it their hand lightly on your hand and kind of smiles. There's a charming smile. Roll mental resistance.
A charming smile.
Crit success.
Okay, you get lost in his beautiful emerald eyes for a moment. But then he speaks.
Okay, I pull it.
If you could run this over to someone called Ansel. You'll find them at GameWorks. It's a little bar in town. Not far from here.
Okay.
Ruja, do you know the directions, or do you have directions?
We've been here before, but I don't know. Do I remember enough to get there?
You have looked around the city a little bit, and if you recall correctly, it's probably in a bit of a party district, where just a few blocks down. It shouldn't be too hard to get to, and it would allow them to see a little bit of the city. So it would be probably a nice little trip, as long as you all stick together.
It is relatively close. Yeah, let us go.
All right.
Aristodemos says,
I'll find
"Excellent."
Magnus.
Says, "I'm sure. Yeah, he'll come in handy, I suppose." Well then, I'll expect you back before we have to perform.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he
That
bows.
is tonight.
Can't wait for him to go.
He flourishes his top hat. He puts it on his head. It just rests perfectly. Just one boom, is already slightly askew, just the perfect way. And he takes his cane and then he walks off.
Okay, when he turns, I'm like, what does it say in this pad?
Okay, he goes beep beep bar bar. Gives a big X. Beep beep bar bar.
Here you go.
We're going to a bar!
Yes, and we will see some of the city on the way.
It looked dirty.
It is dirty, but not all of it is.
Okay, where is Magnus? I start looking. Hey, why wasn't he in the stinky one with us?
It's such a chaos when the circus breaks down. People just kind of run into wagons before a tithe. They call it paying the tithe, because if you don't get into a wagon fast enough, he just transports the circus and you're left back where you were, which is normally not a good idea, given that the circus sometimes doesn't leave with the... Most of the people are extremely happy. Some of the people realize their pockets are a little lighter, and they sometimes can get angry. You've noticed, Ruja, that over time, Aristodemos has the perfect ability to predict exactly how long that anger subsides before the circus returns into that part of in that part of Gaia.
It is a special skill.
It's one of his many special skills, yes. Okay, you see a young man hurriedly walking in your direction. You recognize he has tan skin and white lines on his face and black eyes. You recognize him as Magnus. He is not holding his hands up as if casting.
He is not currently casting on us.
No, he's not. But he as soon as he sees you all, he gets a wide, handsome smile on his face.
Oh,
Welcome back.
did you pick a stinky cube? We, it was not very nice.
A stinky cube?
I'm sitting on the stairs, so I go point at the stinky cube we were just in.
He says, "Oh, yes. Well, it had a certain aroma. Even I could smell it. More, I could feel it through my skin. I ended up in the mess tent, the mess wagon with Skittles." Ooh. He shakes his head.
Oh, that is not great.
Yes, I apologize if you can feel the aroma. Or no, smell. You all have olfactory sense. Smell. Ugh.
Well, Magnus,
Magnus is wearing a scarf. He adjusts it.
we are headed to a bar called GameWorks to deliver a package from Aristodemos. Would you like to come with us?
Of course. One of the muscle hands, Harry, I believe his name is. He told me that you were looking for me.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Ruja, roll CE.
CE. All right.
That's your cognitive empathy, otherwise known as your emotional intelligence.
That's going to be a 68, which is a pass.
All right. You're getting the distinct sense about the way he's preening slightly and the way he's trying to position himself, and he's smiling a little bit like a dolt, that he's trying to impress someone here, and it's not Riva and it's not you.
Okay.
Yeah,
He kind of smiles. He kind of smiles
I've
at
gotten
Aurora.
this sense before. And I also caught from Aristodemos how jealous he clearly is of Magnus.
Yes. Yes, you've been known to read his face, Aristodemos' face, once or twice.
So I'll let that develop as it does. I'm not going to push into it because it's more fun to watch than to pry.
Exactly. You like to watch it. +2, Ruja. Okay, Magnus comes over to you, Aurora. He says, but other than the journey, I trust you are well?
Yep. Yeah, I wanted you to come, because if we're going to be bored, you might as well be bored with us. Come on.
Oh, I assure you I will not be bored at all.
Okay, I lean to Ruja. I also, he can blast stuff. He's worth having around.
We'll make it less boring. We'll see if it's necessary.
Apparently everyone steals stuff here, just so you know.
Everyone steals stuff everywhere.
Well, given that I don't have anything to steal, he pulls his pockets out. I suppose I'll be safe.
Perhaps.
I will endeavor to protect you with my magic.
The only thing I have is my my pad, the crystal ball. So I'm gonna. Do you have a place to put things? Like, do we have our own lockers?
Yeah, you can stick it back in the costume tent if you want.
No,
There's a locker there.
Okay.
It's been assigned to you.
Okay, I stick it in there before we go.
Okay, you go in. The little two little droid spy devices about yay big. Get the two. They go there. They come out.
They
They're
stick
looking
in
at
the
you.
end. I'm like, no.
They go.
back in. I put them in.
They whisper to you that they want to go look at things.
Oh,
You want to look at things? Come on.
later.
Okay, all you hear Ruja and Riva is like a little, and she's speaking to them as if she understands it.
We
Okay.
have no money. It's not going to be as much fun as I'd hoped.
Okay, Batya is back. Sometimes he disappears, sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. You have no idea where he goes. He's got a kind of a cart. He waves. Riva!
Hey!
Given that Batya is your character, Melissa, do you want to describe him?
Oh, yeah. He's just a large, hefty guy, very friendly face, black, kind of thicker hair, and big sideburns that go down like 70s kind of thing.
Oh, like mutton chop type
Yeah.
things?
Yeah,
Oh.
and he's super wide, like both like we're strong and also too many donuts.
Nice. Hey!
Big
Waves.
hands.
Given that Riva, you've been stuck in the mess tent for the most part, you pretty much know Batya and Skittles the best. He goes, Says, come here, my green little friend. Scratches his mutton chop.
I'll be right back. Yep. Yeah, hustle on over.
He says, oh, I got some special stuff today. Have you ever heard of cinnamon?
Cinnamon. No.
Cinnamon, my boy. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. What the? Say it again?
He says, oh, don't worry. He puts his hand on your back. His big, huge hand, thoof, on your back. Dust comes off. He says, you'll be the first one to try it. But I hear you have a little... been sent on a little errand by old Aristodemos there.
How does everyone know things so fast? We were looking for Magnus earlier. Boom, he's here. We just talked to... Yeah, anyway, yeah.
This is the price of living in such a small community. We know everybody's business about and I mean everything that's going on.
So everybody knows you have cinnamon, and so it's not... Is it that's
a secret. That's only for tonight.
okay? So yeah, we're going.
You're going on an errand, are you?
Mm-hmm.
So, can you do me a favor, my young friend?
Anything for
I
you.
need some more spices.
Oh, okay.
He says, I'll give you the credits for it, and you can keep the rest. Have some fun.
What is... Wait, these are spices, not something different, right?
No, he says, no real spices, not like roid spices, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can get that. Anything specific, or do you have anywhere I should
It's all
go?
on the list. It's all on the list. Here, take it.
Okay, thanks. Hey, we're going to a bar.
He says, which bar are you
Probably
going
not... Uh-oh.
Okay, roll memory.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see if I can remember.
Well,
They know.
What's your memory, Alec?
My memory is...
Alex memory.
What's your memory,
good.
Riva?
Let's see here. It's 88, so...
88. All right, let's see if the bright young man remembers.
Better
Are
than
you
Alex.
rolling for me, or am I rolling?
65.
Okay, I remember. It is
GameWorks.
GameWorks.
GameWorks. GameWorks.
In the
so
party
I don't think... In the party... I know that? In the party district. So I don't know... I don't know if there's going to be other cooking things, like spices and stuff. I might have to detour. Do you have any I really have never been here before.
You can't miss it. Just go down a few streets past GameWorks, just to the west. You can't miss it. You'll find it.
Now, I was told, don't bring anything valuable, and you just gave me money. So how mad are you going to be if I lose this?
He says, you won't lose it. You won't lose it. He says, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just keep it on your person. Don't toss it around or hand it to anybody, and you should be able to keep it.
I walk away with doing the eye thing to them and say, okay, I'll get you those spices. Like if I lose this... All right, okay, I go back to the group.
He laughs. It'll be fine. Fine. He scratches his big cyber. Okay, Magnus is still printing the scarf.
Oh, maybe they have a library here. We could go.
They do.
Read.
It's in that wagon over there. You see, there's an old wagon.
No, I meant in the city.
Oh, the city. Well, it is a major core city. I'm sure they have many repositories of knowledge.
Is there a library close by?
There may be. I don't think I've been to it.
No.
Perhaps Aristodemos will know.
Aristodemos, he's probably back in his wagon by now. The workers are out there barking, getting the tents up, getting all the orders out.
I run up, I clap, I say, okay, I got it, let's go.
Well, at least we're doing something. Okay. She stands. So
Why is you two don't seem very happy? Why is Magnus? You seem overly happy. You know what? Hey, that looks good on you. I like that smile. Keep that smile on your face.
Well, thank you, my young friend.
What is going on?
So we are going to GameWorks and then we are coming back, or is there a library? But Riva.
I'm on a spice run. Yeah, I have to go pick up some ingredients so we have better food. I don't know. It's a trade-off. If you can come with me, that'd be great. But
well, I think maybe we should not go into the bar with the money. I don't know if that will end well. So perhaps we get the spice and then we go to the bar?
I would love that, because I would much rather come back with spices and have, eat food that tastes good than, I don't know.
I'm with you, Riva. Okay, let's go get spices. Maybe that bar will have one of those games. Remember where I won something?
Yeah. Well, I was told that this is close. Should we go to the bar and because our main mission.
Aurora starts walking.
You don't want to overplan this. We will look for a library on the way.
Ooh.
Keep an eye out. I might not know what they look like.
Okay. All right, you walk out to the front of the warehouse. Some of the Ruja, you're quite happy to draw the gaze of a number of the rough hands as you're walking by. There is a fairly strict no fraternizing with the talent, a rule in the circus that you've maybe broken once or twice at your leisure, but it always feels nice, of course, to draw the stares of some of the more handsome ones.
As we walk, side note, as we walk, every minute or so, I would like to just pick a random person and have telepathy them. It may not work all the time, but just basically say, oh, the circus is in town. Or maybe make it sound like a radio like they heard it on like a TV or a screen or a hologram passing them, like, circus is in town tonight. And then when they look around, they won't be able to find it, of course. But that way I'm starting to spread the message a little bit as we're walking around the city.
Nice.
Okay. All right. You have your plan. You're all ready. You're kind of wiping your hands. You're like, okay, this is what I'll do. So I can do it. All right. Okay. You walk up to the giant warehouse gates. Riva, you're first. So you go up and you push, clunk, you open it up, it unlocks. And you walk out into the city street. Okay. You see the same kind of unwashed, mostly cloaked in dirty kind of rags and clothes people. You see quite a lot of robots floating around. You see them flying around on top. More giant speeder highways crisscrossing above your head. The suns have come up, 2 blue suns in the east. And the sky is starting to become a beautiful kind of orangey color. You start moving amongst the people in the kind of cloaks. You kind of close the door. And you start to... so you're like, all right, you start to try and telepathy your message. Circus is coming, circus is coming. And you don't find like you're getting much penetration into the minds of these individuals. Magnus looks around, he goes,
I don't do it. All right, if it doesn't feel to be working, then after a while, right, of trial and error, I would stop. And just leave it at that.
Magnus goes, he points, as if he intuits what you were doing or what you're trying to cast or trying to do with your magic. Your eyes kind of flash every time you try to do it. If you're trying telepathy, my old friend, I think it's not going to work on these people. He points. Okay, you see, he pointed to one of the street people who are walking around, and you notice when they sit down, they're a robot. They're fully made of metal pieces. They take the cloak off, and you see there's like you've got metal kind of feet, like with like 2 toes in the front and a toe in the back. Have little robots with them. They go this parent robot starts sending out batteries. The robots are jumping up and down.
This is a city of robots?
You start to realize that everyone you thought was a humanoid is actually a robot in a cloak.
Wow.
You're surrounded by robots. One of them looks at you. It's got kind of like a disc kind of head with like an eye goes, kind of focuses on you. Keeps walking.
Aurora will like it here.
What?
Robots, they never tip well.
The robots steal stuff? I look at Risha.
They steal stuff.
Yeah, you see a giant kind of holographic sign over top. It's kind of blinking. And you see it says Sin City. S-Y-N City. Sin City.
Yes, everybody steals. Even robots. It could be efficient. Especially in a place like this.
Strange.
Magnus says, an entire city of robots? Never heard of such a thing. Then again, I don't have many memories left at all.
Are the nobles robots?
Ruja, no, they're not.
No, not here.
The story of the Chevalier family is that they are merchants of the first rank and the only merchant family in recent history to have been promoted to the level of noble. And one of the main 7 noble families that rings around the central city in Gaia called the Ark, which is a giant moon, which is nothing but city on top of it, and it's protected in the very center of Gaia. That is, of course, the seat of power for the Praetor.
I see.
You're very close to it.
We are very close to the Ark. The Shivali family was merchants, and they are the only ones in recent history to ascend to nobledom. But no, they are not robots.
But they are known for making some of the finest synthetic beings in all of Gaia. Their companion bots are said to be perfect in every way.
I will convey that information.
Also, they make all kinds of robots. And so, yeah, Sin City is the city that surrounds the Chevalier Merchant Noble compound. And this is the general population is robots.
Yes, a lot of robots. So perhaps you will make some friends.
I do like robots. Okay.
Oh my gosh. The best companion robots? It'd be like a best friend, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. If I have enough money after these spices, I'm buying a companion robot. I know what I'm going to do. Best friend forever. Hacky sack with 2 people.
Good luck.
Okay, Magnus was like, He wonders if he should explain to the young man. Nah, he decides against it. Okay, you start moving through the crowd. It's harder to rub shoulders with these people because these people are made of solid steel. So you're like, oh, jeez. So you have to kind of really move around. They don't move for you for the most part. They kind of, in fact, you seem to be getting quite a lot of glowers from the robots. They don't seem to like your kind very much. Although it's hard to read the emotions on a robot's face for those of them who have faces.
Don't pay attention to the haters.
+1, good advice.
Is the bar robot bar?
Probably.
Of course.
Yes, Gameworks. That's why it is called that.
Okay, you look across the other side of the street and you see a robot floating there. It's all shiny white. It's got weird lights blinking in it. You see there's a person, what looks like to you like a humanoid of some form. Android in rags walking behind it carrying boxes. You find it slightly ironic given that every time you've seen that scenario previously in any other place, the roles were reversed.
Oh, great. Go to the circus.
Okay. Okay, they go, they drop the boxes. The robot turns. It comes over. See a little lightning bit goes, he goes, ah! It's all right. He picks up the boxes.
I'm laughing. Reva's not laughing.
Okay, you're kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Starting to feel a little surrounded.
Even slavery is more efficient here.
All right. The human picks up the boxes. The robot goes, turns, keeps going. He goes, he looks at you, gives you a dirty look. Okay, Aurora, you're not very happy about this. See, Magnus is getting less and less with his AE of his effective empathy is conscience of 73, which is 23 points above the average. He's not liking this scenario very much either. Of course, it's always easier to have empathy for someone who looks like you.
Aurora's AE is 207.
My goodness, you feel sorry for anything and everything. The love beams out of you. She's actually collected a halo of small flying robots around her. We're just now following her.
Beautiful.
Did you guys see that?
Now, we did just get here. So let's take it with a grain of salt, right? I know.
It happens.
Not happy.
It happens. It's part of living in the city. You see
I don't
these
think I
things.
like the city very much.
In this age of Gaia, you're in the fourth age after the fourth Guardian War. This is pretty much the run-of-the-mill for the inner core. Millions and millions and millions of people in various cities do live in peace for the most part. But there are pockets that there's crime, there's pockets that there's servitude. And out in the Outer Rims and many places in the Median Lands, it is a lawless time where the Guardians, the police and military force of the Praetor, and the Priory, their religious force, so to speak, if you would call them a force, Ruja, do not, for the most part, extend. And it's a lawless, outlawed place. Many in the core will not venture into the Outer Rims for that reason.
Where are the Guardians? They should be helping.
Okay, you just, as if on cue, you see two black, glossy, you're guessing robots with a white symbol of like a circle with another circle and a bar on their shoulders. They have giant, huge, boxy gun smoke metal gray kind of stunner pistols with a huge cable that goes directly into their back. They're walking. They kind of talk with each other. Yeah, I checked it out last night. Oh, great. That sounds good.
Oh, here they come. They'll help. Okay, I wait to watch for them to go rescue the human.
Okay. They don't seem to care, and the robots don't seem to care about them. They just stroll on by. They stop. They start rest their black arms on the guns. They have no face, just black shiny kind of a mask and black shiny kind of modeled kind of plastic armor.
Sort of
They start talking.
Mobile riot gear.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell them. Maybe they didn't see it. Okay.
Well, maybe it is the humanoid's kink.
maybe we
Maybe.
should wait since we just got here before we jump into a new city's culture and run in and say, hey, no?
+1, Riva, for the little bit of practical wisdom.
Like,
Politics are always messy.
we've got a job to do. Let's survey the area first.
And we have only seen it once. Perhaps it is an isolated incident.
That's true. You haven't seen very many humanoids around here. You have seen a few streetwalkers or fancy individuals, androgynes, males, females, all scantily clad. Even some more, even scantily clad enough even to make Rouge blush, as if that would ever happen. But
It's already a deep purple. It's hard.
deep lavender. But you thought perhaps that they were actually humanoids, but you realize you see 2 or 3 of them are exactly the same. When they look at you, their eyes have a slight kind of look in them. They smile invitingly. Those must be some of the companion bots that Rouge had talked about.
Yeah, I'll point them out to Riva and say, these are the companion bots. If
Okay,
you
one with blonde hair, cut and bangs, and blonde hair here,
Yeah.
and she's wearing kind of like a veil. She kind of smiles. She kind of waves at you, Riva.
Oh. Well, they seem friendly and pretty, but I was looking more for a male as a companion. You know, like a bad.
I'll point out the males that are like dressed in loincloths.
Yeah, there's a male there. He's shaved, bald. His Gaia skin has all these kind of unique, kind of scintillating patterns. He's got a perfect musculature, perfect shoulders, perfect 8-pack. He turns and smiles.
Seems athletic. I think he would be good at hacky sack.
Yeah, but the
Minus it's
clothes.
yes, I am sure.
No, I don't think.
He goes,
Yeah, no, he doesn't feel playing balls with him just doesn't seem.
Oh, I think playing with
pass-
balls is one of his specialties.
Huh?
+2 for playing ball.
Oh my gosh. Is that what you mean by okay?
Okay, Magnus comes over and pats your shoulder and kind of turns you in the other direction and says, "Don't worry about it." And he kind of keeps you walking in a certain direction. Okay, Aurora, one of the little it's actually a little butterfly robot goes lands on your thumb.
Oh, cool. Much more interesting than what's going on around me.
Yes, I figured that Roy would think that. Okay, they tell you their tales. They're fairly happy here. They get to live their robotic existence in relative peace outside of the Chevalier factory.
Ooh.
But they tell you to watch out for Leth, the city of forgetting.
Oh, is that close to the map?
They tell you it's to the south, far to the south.
Well, we would.
It's where they take the humanoids
We wouldn't be.
to forget.